morning from Loudon, New Hampshire. Welcome, race fans, one and all, back to Green Flag TV, where this afternoon we are set to kick off a racing action once again here at the Magic Mile for only the second time in OMSRL's history. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the OMSRL Gold Series presented by Sim Racer Hub and to the Hampshire Motor Speedway. My name is Ola Ramble alongside Joe LaCastro. We bring you all of racing action from start to finish here on Tuesday night. And Joe, said to be an interesting race, right? They have not run here since 2022, a series that we have not ever broadcast for these guys. So the first broadcasted race for these guys here at the Magic Mile, and it's going to be interesting. Last race here, 6 cautions for 102 laps. Should be a good one then tonight.
Hey, that's not bad at all. 6 cautions over 102 is the way to go. And we're doing a little bit longer tonight, doing 150 around, so if we can keep those averages about where they are, I think we're going to have a good time. And honestly, I haven't seen a race in New Hampshire in a while. So it's gonna give me, it's gonna take me out, and it's gonna put me in a place where I might be able to pick up a few things from how these guys take these Xfinity cars around.
Well, they got you there. It's not 150. It's 150 miles, 142 laps. Remember, of course, this track 1.1 miles in length. That 0.1 gets everybody every single time, including NASCAR. As it turns out, is their 300-mile race consists of 301 laps. So, well, I guess you could say math is not the strong suit of the New Hampshire audience. But for now, we got, of course, your champion of standing. He's coming on up here. Cole Fralick still leads the way. 22 points clear of Connor LaFrance. And this points gap comes down, Joe, after a violent crash on the final lap of the Talladega Superspeedway just 1 week ago. 3 cars were sent upside down on the Alabama Gang Super Stretch, and that caused LaFrance much ahead of Fralick. And while both drivers were caught up in that, LaFrance's gap is closed yet a little bit more to Cole Fralick.
That's right. Talladega was a bit of a game changer. Not necessarily a complete field flipper, as you might expect, but it did get the gap to be that much closer. And hey, there's still races left for more of those situations to happen. Anything is possible. Still, we're not yet at a locked-in stage here where anyone can walk away with it. Fralick still is going to be feeling the heat from LaFrance as we go into these last races of the season.
With only 3 races to go, including tonight, this really is a battle between LaFrance and Cole Fralick at the moment. And technically, drivers all the way back to Spencer Ray are mathematically in, but let's be honest, you're not running down a 98-point deficit in 3 weeks, not unless Cole Fralick just fails to show up for the next 2 weeks, right? So, I mean, it's really a battle between Eastern Stars Motorsports and Skill Ocean Motorsports for the top step of the podium here in the championship. That's going to make it quite compelling as we work our way to Kansas Speedway and the Auto Club Speedway in the next few weeks. But tonight, it's a hot racetrack with a lot of crosswinds. 107 degrees Fahrenheit down to the racetrack. 17 miles an hour wind blowing off to the northwest. That is not pleasant track temps and winds to contend with out there.
Wow, 17 miles an hour. That might be some of the highest in sim. I don't know what the highest in sim you've ever seen is, but 17, 15, that's getting up there. 22 for you? Whoa, my goodness gracious. Well, you know what? That's not going to be something that you can ignore.
No, sir, it is not. The one advantage is that New Hampshire Speedway, obviously a bit of a slower racetrack, so you're not going to be hitting the 180, 190 miles an hour speeds of Talladega. You're just going to be able to take a bit of a stroll here around this racetrack, right? It's a bit slower on the tires. That means the crosswinds more going to be, I think, a factor on corner exit when drivers are trying to spin up those tires. Of course, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, I like to kind of dub it Martinsville's older brother, right? This track, it races a lot like Martinsville in a lot of ways. You got a bump to pass here effectively. Passing is difficult. It can take several laps, and yet this track is flat. It is 1 mile. It's a paperclip shaped 1 pit road on the front straightaway. And again, it races a lot like Martinsville. So, I mean, think Martinsville, but double.
Okay, Martinsville, but double. That is what I'll be keeping in my head as these guys are going around. It is about double Martinsville, though, isn't it? About size and shape-wise, though. It's a good thing to keep in consideration. And I love these. I love the fact that this is one of those is an oval track that's a proper, solid, parallel line oval. You get some great straightaways here where you've got chances to make some moves. So I'm looking forward to it.
You don't get a lot of those, do you? I think the only tracks that come to that, you got New Hampshire, obviously. You got Homestead, Miami Speedway, Martinsville, Bristol. Outside of that, I'm hard-pressed to think of another one. Oh, Dover. What am I thinking about? Of course, Dover.
Dover, there you go. Yep, I'm trying to get. I'm still in the process of like learning which tracks are what shape. I'm only just getting down sort of like the Speedway shape, that D-shaped oval now. But I really love these parallel ovals here because you from the is virtually no banking here. These cars are going to be sliding up and out to the wall any chance that they get.
Well, we're ready to get this show on the road, so this is how they're going to line on up for the 150 lapper here at the Dover Motor Speedway. It's going to be Connor the Friends, a 30.707 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts number 88. He starts on pole position alongside Cole Freilich for Skill Issue Motorsports. Further back in the field here, you're going to have Ryan Dingler alongside Sean Boundy. Row 3 on the grid, it's Tyler Hurlbut. He starts alongside Matt Grenier. Row 4 on the grid, Spencer Ray, the Skillish Motorsports number 6 started in 6th alongside Jacob Noyes down in 8th. Top 10 then of the day closed out by Sean Kaiser, the 22 of Albert Williams.
Moving right along to the 6th row, Barrett Morton in 11th place. 12th goes to Justin Ray. 13th, next is Stefan Purcell with 14th is James Silvers. 15th in row 8, Dylan Wilbers with Hunter Thrower in position 16. Cody Anderson in the 17th spot with Brett Rucker in the 18th. And rounding it out, 10th row, Maxwell Kroll in 19 with Austin McColgan, in 20th.
Maxwell Kroll, one of the drivers that found himself flipped upside down the final lap of Talladega last week, hoping for more this afternoon. Justin Wilson for the Exxon number 50 brings it up 21st alongside Robert Peterson in 22nd. From there, Clinton Sneed brings it up back in the field. He will be starting 23rd for the Whole Shot Motorsports Sippers Hub number 49. And that will round out the 23-car grid here this afternoon. Drivers all gridded on up, and we're about to roll on out. What do you think of favorites to win this one? I mean, again, you can't really even try, right? Because once again, the two title favorites that are battling up for the title, 1-2 on pole position.
You know what? I love seeing them start there. We got a long race ahead of us. I like seeing them start there. That, you know, they might have been people's favorites at Talladega too, but we saw how that finished. So honestly, at this point, it's kind of hard for me to say, but looking at practice laps, you know, people who had spent time out there, you got Tyler Hurlbut, who did a 30.4 during practice. He's got the speed around the track. So it's really going to come down to who can handle the unique characteristics of a track like this. And I'm still kind of feeling out OMSRL a little bit, so I'm going to let it play out. But Tyler Hurlbut, if you're looking for someone outside of the Frelick-LaFrance rivalry going on right now, he might be one to watch. Spencer Ray also does incredible work on these mile tracks, so I think that Spencer Ray might be the one to look at tonight.
Working our way through turn numbers 3 and 4. As always, we're happy that you're joining us here for racing action here on this fantastic Tuesday night. The iRacing pace car will pull down into pit road. We'll work our way into the Echo Park restart zone. Time to get the party started. It's go, go, go at the Magic Mile.
Beautiful launch there. All the cars have cleared the line, and now LaFrance, who got the best of that green flag, is out leading the pack by about 2 car lengths with Ryan Dingler and Cole Freilich right behind. It looks like Dingler is on the inside, and he's got a little bit of speed right now on Freilich, who's going to tuck in right behind him.
Nobody doing anything too dramatic so far in the opening stages here. Ryan Dingler does pick up the number 2 spot. Cole Freilich slots into 3rd. Just behind. So it's everybody else behind these guys that's currently running 2 and looking for 3 wide as James Silvers almost had to go down the inside of Stephen Purcell back here. Sean Kaiser still with the inside of Jacob Noyes trying to go up and around the outside line. Barry Morton also finding his way down to the bottom side of the racetrack. He pushes up, gets a bit loose out of turn 2.
Yeah, we just saw that snap out of Morton just a little bit. He's a man alone right now, but he's trying to get up to Kaiser to see if he can give him a little bit of a challenge. Meanwhile, the 22 of Albert Williams is going to sneak in behind the number 9, see if he can go ahead and put the heat on him. But it's, no, we got 3 wide a little bit back, a little ways, up just briefly, as James Silvers once again nearly putting it 3 wide with Stefan Purcell and Hunter Thrower.
Yeah, right now, Stephen Purcell hunting to the inside of James Silvers, and tracking up clear is going to be Barrett Morton looking to the inside of Sean Kaiser. Caution comes out for the first time today, and it's for Maxwell Kroll. Will find himself going around at the tail end of the field. So Connor LaFrance leading the way, and he will be the driver that leads the field into turn numbers 1 and 2. For caution number 1 on just the 3rd lap of the race here. Joe, walk us through it.
All right. Let's have a look and see what happened here. Now, I just took a look here myself, and it looks like the 19, either he has a hardware failure or the car just gets away from him. You see how he comes out of 2, and his wheels are not pointed in the right direction. And I think that he might have just gotten out from under himself, or it was potentially something that happened outside the race, because he cleanly just arcs into the inside wall there. And yeah, I don't know. What's your take on that?
Well, part of me wanted to feel maybe some of the crosswinds, but I mean, you're right. That's a bit of a weird spin to have coming off of turn number 2 there. Let's take a ride on board, see if we can decipher what happens here to Maxwell Kroll's number 19.
Yeah, I want to call it an easy answer.
Yeah, I think that's crosswinds that caught him out.
Wow. Wow-lee. If those are crosswinds, I am a little terrified for these guys. They've got to be feeling it in the wheel every time they come out of 2. That's going to be something dangerous for anyone here.
Well, you know what? The winds are blowing off to the northwest. You want to know what direction the back stretch is pointed in? Northwest.
What direction is that? Oh.
So as soon as you get under the throttle, that wind is going to be shoving on your back bumper. And in fact, I think we may have seen Barry Morrison almost get caught out by it earlier on today as well. Remember, he got loose at the same spot coming out of turn 2. He was able to recover it. Maxwell Kroll was not.
Yeah. Yeah, and if that wind is strong enough, they could lift just enough, get those tires off the asphalt just enough, and you could lose that grip. And it looks like Kroll did lose the grip.
Brett Rucker and Quinton Sneed both coming down pit road for fuel-only stops here. Wanted to play a bit of a fuel game here early on, interestingly enough, for him on that deal. And problems for Connor LaFrance. LaFrance has been given an end of the longest line penalty.
Huh.
I'm not sure why, but he's gotten one. Did he clip the pit entry?
Did he jump the line? Or?
I don't know. I mean, he never went to the pit road. He didn't make an attempt to.
Yeah. And we would have seen a flag if he had done something like off the green flag.
Yeah.
They were racing for a while.
Weird situation there for Connor LaFrance, but he's got an uphill battle ahead of him now with Cole Freilich. Effectively unopposed now, looking to run away with the points lead. Pace car will pull down the pit road this time by, and well, we'll see if we can get an answer later on as to what happened to Connor LaFrance, but green flag's back in the air, and we're off. Two by two wide all the way back to the field, while the top 3 get away single file. Oh, and Dingler smokes the wall out of 2.
I was about to say they barely got away single file as Ryan Dingler, the former race leader, now fighting things out with Cole Freilich, does bounce off the wall there. The 15-16 in sequence now. As Freilich moves ahead, Dingler is going to slide in right behind him.
Drivers pushing through that massive headwind coming down the front straightaway all the way into turn number 1. Dingler trying to look back for the inside of the 15. Can't quite get the nose in there, though. So Freilich going to hold on for the time being as he tries to continue to make tracks here. Ryan Dingler, situated just behind him. And well, these two drivers, they are currently very much in lockstep as they make their way down the front straightaway.
Yes, they are. Just locked in tight. Well, behind them, playing things a little bit wider, we've got Spencer Ray, who does very well at these style of tracks. No, they haven't raced here specifically often, but Spencer Ray is very dominant on the mile track. And on the inside of Ray is Tyler Hurlbut, who I mentioned had some great times here during practice. Hurlbut now ahead of Ray. Ray flying high on the outside. His line takes him close to the wall basically almost the entire time that he goes around this oval, whereas Hurlbut's got the almost opposite line. He spends his time on the inside and then dives down to the inside line. Ooh, almost getting a little sideways there. As we getting very sideways now. Hurlbut, oh my goodness, manages to hold on to it, but he's spooked.
Spencer Ray with 6 prior wins on the mile tracks, 2 of them at the Monster Mile, 2 of them at Rockingham, and 2 of them in Avondale, Arizona at the Phoenix Raceway. Now, critically, none of those racetracks are considered flat tracks. Phoenix Raceway, you can make an argument for in 1 and 2, certainly not so in 3 and 4, but, you know, Rockingham and Dover have a lot of bank underneath them. They drive a lot differently to New Hampshire Motor Speedway, so that could be leading to Spencer Ray maybe struggling a little bit to try to keep pace with Sean Bounty, the 3rd place, just in front. All the while, other drivers further down the field, like Justin Ray and Cody Anderson, still side by side as they have been from lap number 1.
Ray and Anderson just ahead of Dylan Wilbers, the 21 car. Anderson really close now to the 38, tight down on the inside. They're going to separate just a little bit as Anderson makes the dive in contact with the 24, Kaiser. Contact with Anderson and Kaiser, but it's not going to be enough to make Kaiser lose his line. He's going to stay there. Anderson, though, is going to take that opportunity to surge forward just a little bit, get ahead of him. Down to the inside he goes, and the number 20 is going to take that spot away.
Cruising along through turn numbers 3 and 4. Conor LaFrance push up to the inside. Now it's Wilbers who gets loose coming out of turn 4 in the headwind. He'll try to get some momentum out of that and dive to the inside of the Little Pest Solutions, number 38 of Justin Ray, sliding up the racetrack, and the quad block Camaro maintain momentum. Stefan Russell just up the road, clears Jacob Noyes, and Conor LaFrance continuing his claw through the field. After starting on pole position, he has fought his way back now to 14th.
I don't think he's going to be able to rest on his laurels very much. That's not the kind of place for Conor LaFrance to sit. I know that he'll be working his way forward. Speaking of which, I've got a feeling that we're talking about the 17th spot, Dylan Wilbers. I've got just a feeling that he's, I don't know, he's having some trouble keeping the car straight right now. And I think that if we're going to see any activity potentially from the tea leaves, they might be swirling in his direction.
Well, Dylan Wilbers, you're riding aboard of them now, and you can see all that wheel work he's having to put in on quarter exit of turn 4 just to ensure it's pointing in the right direction. Watch again here, coming down into turn number 1, and is keeping the wheel mostly smooth through 1 and 2, or through turn 1, but when he gets on the power out of turn 2, right there you see him again have to put some right-hander into it to keep that car pointing in the right direction. That costs him valuable time to Justin Ray, and critically Robert Peterson as well. Look at Jacob Noyes starting to use the apron here to try to rotate that car just a little bit more through 3 and 4. As well as that, Colt Freilich momentarily having a flash out in the lead of the race.
Going to take things back up to the lead, see how things are going up there. Spencer Ray, 3 positions up from where he started. He's been pretty good. Earl Butt's still right behind him, trying to keep him honest after cycling ahead of him. It looks like he managed to fall back a place. These two have been cycling back and forth, doing a little bit of a do-si-do as the race is going on there, as we're into lap 16 right now of a $1:42 going around New Hampshire Motor Speedway tonight.
Lap 17 on the cards. James Silvers dives to the inside of Hunter Thrower. Hunter Thrower in the Red Bull Camaro with a bit of damage on the right rear of the car. Hold on, Sean Kaiser behind, also sideways. Able to gather up. Steph Purcell looking at the inside as well. But back behind, Sean Kaiser with a massive tank slapper coming out of turn numbers 1 and 2. And that cost him time. And now he's under fire from Robert Peterson around the outside.
I haven't seen Peterson with a direct challenge recently in this race. So having him there, having Sean Kaiser there is going to be an interesting chance to observe how Peterson handles this kind of situation. But he's ahead of him now. He's got a car length on him, so he doesn't have to worry too much anymore about Sean Kaiser. Now he's got to worry about getting up the speed. It's safe to get past Dylan Wilbers, who we've seen has had a little bit of trouble keeping the car under control tonight. And then after that, he's in a battle with our man Ray, Justin Ray.
Quite a few packs starting the forward. We got, of course, the leading pack. You got 9 through 12, and then 13th on back that are kind of in a bit of a blanket here. Jumping back up to Spencer Ray, who looks like he's found his footing with the Busch Light Apple number 6, and trying to run down Sean Bowdy at the head of the field, stepping the tail end out, and now Conor LaFrance to the inside of Hunter Thrower. Once again, LaFrance on a big recovery drive, but he got a DOL penalty at the end of the latest caution, and he's trying to recover. He's to the inside of series veteran Hunter Thrower, making his 99th start this afternoon. Joe, next week, if he shows up at Kansas, it'll be number 100 for the Red Bull number 83.
That's incredible. What a number to celebrate. The triple digits, it's huge. That power of 10. Getting to 10 races, impressive. Getting to 100, legend. Easy.
And only 7 other drivers in OMSRL history can boast of that. Stefan Purcell, Ryan Dingler, Robert Peterson, Baron Morton, Jacob Noyes, Spencer Ray, and Sean Kaiser, the racer with the most. 130 starts for the Camerota Truck Parts number 24. Meanwhile, Tyler Hurlbut diving to the inside of Spencer Ray. The battle for fourth is on. You were talking about how Hurlbut is keeping Ray honest. Well, he wants to keep Bowdy honest as he tries to clear him for the number 4 spot.
Let's see what's up. Boundy, the 34 GG's car. He can see in the rearview mirror, and he sees 2 cars. He can see the 16, and I'm sure he's got eyes on the 87 as well. Just got to stay ahead of him, just got to stay on the pedal, but you know what you just got to be careful about is that wind as well. Right now, the situation on the track, wind-wise, it's, let's have a look here. 12 miles an hour, so it's calmed down just a little bit, but it's still out of the northwest, still a pretty good clip.
And blowing off to the west as well, so that means it's now going to be pushing on the passenger side door as drivers come out of turn 2. Now, that's actually to the field's benefit a little bit because there's that really big hill that the infield road course takes. That's kind of disrupting the wind flow just a little bit. In fact, if we look at this one from the air, you can see that infield road, well, more of an outfield road course, right? Down on the inside that's used for club racing. That hill right now is helping to buffer a lot of this wind off and away from the race cars.
That's nice. A little natural geographic feature working in tandem to make sure that the race stays uninfluenced if possible. But that only works with the winds coming from one direction. And right now, thankfully, it is. There's a good shot of that. See that hill for the road course blocking it here. Ooh,
hold on, as who was that just sent it to the inside? That was Jacob Noyes' number 3 that just shot by the turn 3 camera.
Wild wiggle, huge waveform there for the number 3. Down the inside, all the way back up to the outside.
Cody Anderson's gotten around Dylan Wilbers, but he has not been able to clear him. I mean, these drivers have just been on an absolute tear of it with each other, and now Dylan Wilbers looking for the inside on Anderson. Is he going to try to go for the send here? He's thinking about it. Trying to get the nose in there. The nose is there. Is that going to be enough for him? Pulls up alongside. Caught that with the door. He's going to slide down the racetrack. Able to keep it off the inside wall, but still with the nose inside of Cody Anderson. That's not going to work. He's forced to yield.
Oh, man, he's got to yield, too. He's in the middle of this turn. Here comes Peterson, too, on his outside. Peterson's going to make a pass. Very close calls here for the 21, trying to stay alive, just trying to stay off the doors of the cars on the outside, and it has been a personal hell for Dylan Wilbers right now as he tries to avoid slamming into the 97 and just needs to stay on his feet as he makes his way through these turns here. It looks like he's not going to be able to save these places.
That car's got no stability underneath it, Joe, and we've seen that all race long so far. That 21 car is not feeling happy with the Magic Mile. Welcome along, by the way, for those tuning in from the Mid-Atlantic Racing Series broadcast, just drawing to a close. Only one caution so far for us here in OMSRL competition, back on lap 3 for a single car spin with Maxwell crawled into the inside wall in the back straightaway. But in the meantime, it's been non-stop battles everywhere you look. Stage 1 set to draw to a close at the end of lap 50. Up front, Conor LaFrance, after getting the OL penalty in that last yellow flag, still not sure the reason why. Looking to pressure James Silvers. He has fought his way back from 22nd all the way up to 7th place now.
Like I said, that wasn't going to be, 22nd, not a place for him. Not where Conor LaFrance is going to run his race. He is going to make his way back up. Before the stage is over, he was going to be back up in the top 10, and that's exactly what happened. Now, the stage is going to keep going for now for about another 20 laps or so. So we've got time yet for him to make even more time up and get some of those stage points if he needs them, and he needs everyone he can get. But, Cole Freilich, way out ahead right now. He's got to be 7-8 car lengths ahead of Ryan Dingler, just having the time of his life. So only when pit stops come into play do I think the strategy is going to start to finally start going up against each other.
And Cody Peterson's time leading that third pack may have finally come to an end as Robert Peterson's AMD number 97 takes to the inside, and the Ford Mustang going to drive around Cody Anderson and pulls clear. Oh, hold on! Behind, Austin McColgan kicks the tail end out on the M&M Supra, while Dylan Wilbers and Quinton Sneed washing up the racetrack just behind him.
That's a little ways back, but the action is distributed throughout the entire field here. We've got just about everybody on the lead lap except, unfortunate, Maxwell Kroll, who's still back there in 23rd. So this action, folks, has really been tight for these last 31 laps. We've had everybody involved in 2x2s. We haven't had many 3-wides, but there's been a lot of passing action, a lot of opportunities for passes to be made. And when they can happen, they have been happening, as we can see here on our feeds. Watching people make up positions here. New Hampshire has been filled with action tonight so far, as the OMSRL boys are all racing for points, just trying to get in what they can before the end of the series.
Spencer Ray jumps around Sean Bound, doing more pulled down and out of the way in order to let him through. Jacob Noyes, we mentioned him having that issue earlier on. Let's see if we can ride on board with him and take a look and figure out what happened to Jacob Noyes. This is all the way back on lap 24 of the race. It was 10 laps ago. Look at how far sideways that car steps out of turn number 2. As he makes his way down the racetrack to turn 3. A great save for Noyes, although that has cost him a lot of time. He has fallen all the way back to 20th, and just now has managed to catch the tail end of Quinton Steed and more. And he's in the wall.
Ooh. He's in the, I was about to say, and he's in the wall. I was trying to be complimentary. I was going to come in and say something nice about it, but then, bump. Perfect timing.
That's why it was good on you to wait, because now the commentator's curse lies on me and not you.
That was my plan all along.
I'm sure it was. That's a plan Derek Watson would concoct for me. Oh, hold on, look out, stuff Michelle going around. A big snap out of turn 2. Pulls it up and doesn't even go down onto the apron. A great save for Purcell, although Justin Ray, no doubt having a little bit of a heart attack with that one as he almost got wiped out.
That was 2 heart attacks there. Double bypass needed on the field here because Purcell needs one for sure for that clincher of a moment he just had. And Ray did avoid disaster himself.
Austin McColgan up to the top side of Sean Kaiser, meanwhile, trying to claw back momentum. No! And he's into the wall for Austin McColgan. And Sean Kaiser still trying to chase down Cody Anderson. Robert Peterson, who got by Anderson, has now walked out a 1.3 second gap. So Anderson very much a cork in the bottle. We talked about it at the top of the show, right, about just how hard it is to pass around this place, and we are seeing that in spades right now. Whoa, Wilbers! Door checks McColgan entering turn 1 as he way overshot the breaking point.
Wow, he absolutely scanned him as he drove past him. It was so close. It didn't feel like a slam as much as a scrape, but wow, what a close move there from the 21 who just wanted that place that little bit more than McColgan.
And I feel like at this point for Wilbers, he's starting to drive a little bit angry here, right? He's had a bad day today. That car has just not agreed with him at all from lap 1 of this race. He has been struggling for stability, and he's trying to chuck it in here. Effectively, what he's trying to do is beat the car to submission, and that just doesn't work with these, 650 horsepower beasts.
No, you can see it. You can kind of get a sense for the angry driving that we were just talking about there. He might have stepped off it a little bit, but he still has a battle to do with the 51 right now, and he is not going to let off. He's got the outside on lock. He's got some speed there. The stability is still not quite there as we see the tail end just wiggle out, just that little bit out from under him, but he's trying to balance it. He's trying to balance it a little bit, and I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for something to happen here. Back in the field for the Dylan Wilbers. I'm hoping for the best. I really am. But you just don't know.
Well, Quinton Steed's done playing around. He's going to lead on the left rear quarter panel, and he tags the 51 car. Again, they're able to recover, and that was courtesy Quinton Steed backing off. Kind of recognized that wasn't going to end well. You know, we got battles out on the racetrack, but this one by far the closest and definitely the most physical of the fights we've had so far today. And Cody Anderson still not letting anyone get through. Under thrower, under attack from Justin Ray into turn number 3.
That attack, ooh, it's very close now. Ooh! Thrower almost into the back corner of Justin Ray. Instead, he's going to go up to the outside, and he's found some speed there. He's going to use it in 1 and 2 right now. Try to see with that speed if he can make his way past the 38. No, 38 and the 83, the palindrome cars right now. Oh, good save. What a save, the 38. Oh, he almost gets slammed into by Hunter.
Trouble behind, hold on. Jacob Noyes going around again on the back straightaway, nearly going up into the inside wall. And once again, Noyes caught the field, and he has lost all of that ground again right on board. This is coming around through turn numbers 1 and 2, and back end just comes out from under him.
And a professional save, though. Like, you know, grade A save on that. Counter steer left or counter steer right, and you're good.
Under 10 laps to go in stage 1 of the afternoon. Cody Anderson under fire now from Austin McCall. These drivers are not battling for stage points. Points are only awarded for the top 10, but no one is going for moves in the top 10 as of right now. McColgan still holds the inside of Cody Anderson. He's going to sweep up and try to clear him. And just there, he fights his way clear into the outside wall, though. That could let Cody Anderson get the drive back, but Anderson got loose. Here comes Wilbers.
He's going to stay very high on the outside, rip those boards just a little bit. It's not going to help Wilbers with his speed. We'll see if the exit goes well for him as he tries to switch it up here. He slide on past. Can he make it past Anderson?
Dive to the inside. He has to lift. Can't quite get the hammer down. Contact again as they step it out sideways. And once more, we're able to more or less gather it up. And Anderson's going to hold on for one more run. Baron Morton, meanwhile, attacking Sean Bowden. This is first stage position. This is the fight for 5th.
Side by side, going into the back stretch here. The Gigi's car, the 34 on the outside there. That's Bounty. He's going to fall back just a little bit because I think Morton's just got the overall momentum here. And Bounty is going to tuck in right behind him. Pretty good spot to be in if your name is Barrett Morton. You're up 6 from where you were. You're in the top 5 now. That's a good place to be, and the stage is coming up.
Brent Rucker is looking to be done for the day as he has towed his car to pit road after stopping on the pit entry lane. So problems settling in for the number 69. Well, New Hampshire not agree with him, much like it hasn't agreed with Dylan Wilbers today. Noyes again slaps the wall behind this battle as Wilbers gets loose. And man, I mean, let's be real. How many turns do you think Wilbers is away from just completely taking out the Cody Anderson here? Because I'm sure he's pissed off being caught behind him for this long.
Yeah, in terms of how many turns away, man, I don't know. Like I said, I've just got a feeling that something's in the air. It feels like it's one of those any minute now things. We just were at Talladega, but and we don't have enough cars to call it a big one, but I can feel something in the air. And I just hope that it's going to be, you know, from the wind and not from anybody hard driving somebody else.
Well, don't forget, that hot track temp is going to be playing a massive impact on how this race pans out as well. It's not all the wind, although the wind obviously playing a pretty big factor in that today, but that track temp, it doesn't play around either. Well over 100 degrees Fahrenheit here this afternoon, and we are going to be hitting 3 laps to go in the stage as Cole Freyla works his way out of turn 4. Ryan Dingler nowhere near him as Conor LaFrance fought his way to 6, although he is out of reach of the top 5 before the end of stage number 1.
Yeah, just barely out of reach. Morton is going to go ahead and hold on to that 5th place spot. He's just got a feeling it's going to be his spot for the end of this stage.
Oh, Clinton Sneed kicking the tail end out just a little bit of entry. He catches it, though, as he power slides his way through turn 1. And Wilbur still chasing the number 20, but he's got to worry more about defense than he can about offense as Clinton Sneed continues to pile on the pressure to his inside.
And if Sneed gets what he wants here, so to speak, and makes it past the 21, Anderson is not going to just give up that spot. Sneed is going to have to constantly battle Wilbers to make the pass on the 20. Even if he gets past it, it's not going to be over.
Well, Dylan Wilbers just found something in turn 1 because he absolutely cleared. Oh, well, he found it in turn 1. He's got to work on 2 a little bit more. I was going to say he gapped Clinton Sneed, and now he's in too hot in turn 3, and that'll cause him to give up the spot for 18th place. So Clinton Sneed says, thank you very much. He's going to slip through and take that spot away. Meanwhile, Cole Frelick coming around turn numbers 3 and 4. Unopposed, it'll be Cole Frelick taking the win in stage number 1 here this afternoon. And behind him, Ryan Dingler picks up 2nd, Spencer Ray 3rd, Hurlbut 4th. Then it's Morton, LaFrance, Boundy, Silvers, Williams, and Grenier, who will take the win, or the top 10 points, excuse me, in stage number 1. And it's a mad gambit from here to the end.
Now the real chess game begins. We're done playing checkers. It's time to play chess, boys.
Pit stop's going to be a big conversation now. I would anticipate roughly around lap 70-ish. We're going to be seeing drivers start to come in, assuming they can make it that far to tank of fuel. I don't know why they wouldn't. Usually in these types of races, you can usually go about half the race before you have to come down pit road as he's going to see leaning on the door of Cody Anderson. What is confirmed, right? Sneed is going to be able to stay out for a couple laps longer because he is one of only 2 drivers that came down for fuel-only pit stops that last stage. Ryan Dingler has actually found a 2nd win. He is running down Cole Frelick.
Yes, he is. Just got the speed. Unbelievable amount of burst here out of Ryan Dingler to try to get up to Cole Frelick, and Frelick ran unopposed for most of that first stage. So now, as we get into the strategy stages, he's got to be thinking, okay, all right, I've got someone right behind me. My saving strategy, anything I was doing to save, I might have to change now and actually race. The thing that I think could knock people out of the race before 70, like you said, could be these kind of engagements where they start burning up fuel way faster than they realize.
Sean Boundy, the first driver on the lead lap to come down pit road on just lap 53. He will go a lap down as a result. Here comes Ryan Dingler. Look into the inside of Cole Frelick as he tries to battle his way on through. These 2 guys have been going at it time after time again over the course of the season. And, well, they're ready to do battle one more time as Ryan Dingler takes the lead away from Cole Frelick out of turn number 4.
This could be a short-lived lead change. It might not even last a lap. Let's see. He did lead across the line, but Frelick is now down to the inside, and he's already got half a car on Dingler. Let's see if he can get it back here after 2. Who's got the speed? It's Dingler again on the outside with the momentum. And I think he's just driving the car a little harder overall. You know, if Frelick is driving like a 7.58, Dingler is the one doing an 8.5.
Well, Ryan Dingler has proven he's got a lot of long-run pace in the past. He's been able to fend off drivers like Cole Frelick before who are particularly good in a shorter run race. And now that thing has gotten clear, look at how quickly he has opened up in almost half a second gap over Cole Fraley. I think this is going to look to continue as Ryan Dingler, with all that longer pace, going to pull away. Trouble! Cody Anderson with a meatball flag.
Ooh, yeah. Anderson down to the inside of the track. Not a pretty situation for him.
And it's going to be that right front as look at that wheel sinking down. Looked like the whole wheel may have come off of that race car. Unclear of exactly what caused this. Let's jump back and see if we can take a look.
Yeah, didn't get any indication that Anderson was having trouble. Didn't get any indication he had slammed into somebody, or it might have been the wall that got him.
He's right next to Dylan Wilbers, though, so let's see here. Oh, contact. Oh, my goodness. Huge crash as Dylan Wilbers just got up there and shoved him into the fence.
Let's watch it from his point of view here, Anderson's point of view. Wilbers on the inside, you see him here. Coming out of 2.
Wilbers just got tight and he just drove up there like he wasn't there.
Yeah. He used the butt of the car and just gave Anderson nowhere to go. Can't drive through him.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Cody Anderson. That could very well spell a day effectively over. He is back out on the racetrack. He is now 2 laps down. He was able to get that quick repair in the pits, but he's got a long fight ahead of him now, and he's going to just be out here for points and hoping drivers eliminate themselves further on the race. And I tell you what, Ryan Dingler is lucky that wasn't a caution.
Yeah, the thing that Cody Anderson is praying for now is the one thing that could really seriously hurt Ryan Dingler's day. He needs this to go green. He needs this to go green to 70. He needs this to play out as orthodox as it possibly can. And anything that strays from the expected here is going to play against the strategy of Ryan Dingler.
Albert Williams and Matt Grenier will look to now battle it out as we get closer and closer towards that halfway point at lap 71. So far, not a lot of drivers have taken to pit road. Quinton Steed trying to apply some more pressure to the back of Austin McColgan, and again, big tank slap for him as we see this pack that was so close to stage 1 starting to gradually drift further and further apart while Spencer Ray charges after Cole Fralick.
Yeah, Spencer Ray wants that second place spot. He says, I am the best out here on the mile tracks. I am going to prove it tonight by steadily working my way forward and passing you, Mr. Cole Fralick, for that spot. Ooh, Cole Fralick has briefly vanished from the track. He's back, though. So that Spencer Ray can make the attempted pass.
Well, while this race continues on, we'll give a bit of a quick shout out here to Sim Racer Hub for keeping the lights on here with the OMSRL Gold Series. Since 2009, Sim Racer Hub has been the premier destination for iRacing league scoring. Their mission is to provide you with the most comprehensive and user-friendly tools to manage your league schedules, results, points, and stats. Plus, their highly active Discord community is always ready to assist you with any questions or issues. Ready to take the plunge? Create a league today and join their community of passionate sim racers. Find out more at simracerhub.com. Sim Racer Hub, proud sponsor of the OMSRL Gold Series. As we work our way further and further into the winter months. Coming up on Green Flag TV, we're going to have the Premier Sim Racing Outlap Motorsports Truck Series at Martinsville Speedway this coming Wednesday, alongside the Beer League for Race 2 at Lime Rock Park with some Pro 2 light trucks ready to kick off. Boy, that's going to be a fun ride. The Highline Diecast Collectible Speed Cup Series also out at the Paperclip on Thursday night, with the Zero Toy Racing League swinging out to the Darlington Raceway on Friday. Twin races on Saturday. The Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Series is out at Road Atlanta alongside the SRA Gen 4 Series at Richmond. And Classic IndyCar Series action returns with Tomas Mustin taking the championship 2 races before the end. The final road course race of the season will be at Sebring, and that will set us up for the month of November for the Classic IndyCar Series, where we will be seeing the final race, the Indianapolis 500. More cars coming down pit road here, Joe, as we got Tyler Hurlbut down to the lane along with Dylan Wilbers.
Hurlbut knows what he's doing here in terms of how to get speed out of this track. He is one of the, well, not the earliest pit stopper. We know who that is already. But he's one of the earlier ones. Dylan Wilbers might be getting it, just hopefully there's some adjustments that he can make on the fly in this league, that he can get the car stability to be good. And so far, we've seen the stability be, not safe. Not safe for him, and not safe for anybody, for other people on the field. With Cody Anderson specifically, I'm looking at him. But Wilbers is in a unique situation. He's got a tough car to drive on a tough track. So more power to you, man. It's you're 2 laps down, and you're in a tough situation.
Conor LaFrance continuing this drive to the field. He is now up to the 4th place spot as he has just gone around the Spearcrest Digital, the number 9 of Barron Morton. It's been a tough climb to the field for this O'Reilly Auto Parts Camaro, as Conor LaFrance continuing to drive further and further up the field, now up to 4th after restarting the lap 3 caution all the way back in 22nd. And right now, 1.6 seconds behind Spencer Ray, but I mean, that gap's been closing in consistently. I don't doubt he's going to be up there again before long.
Yeah, it's that is the closest gap at the front of the field right now, because Ryan Dingler is almost 2 seconds ahead of Cole Freilich. Very far ahead. It's almost a flip situation to what we saw earlier. Ooh, Spencer Ray a little bit off the outside wall there. It's going to cost him a little bit of speed. But there is still a fight to be had here between Spencer Ray, and Freilich. I just think that Spencer Ray is not holding back a bit, but he's not driving in as challenging of a manner as I expected. Ooh, way down to the inside, though. Just a little ways back goes Conor LaFrance. Looks like he's back on the straight, though. And we're going to be seeing them all go around with Cole Freilich now leading things as Ryan Dingler heads into pit.
Ryan Dingler takes to pit road, so your race leader officially in for service, as Spencer Ray looking to try and get the drive down the inside of 15. He's going to shoot for the inside and finally pulls the trigger. Tyler Hurlbut, look at him splitting him up the middle as Tyler Hurlbut tries to get through on fresh tires, and Spencer Ray immediately hits pit road with that. I like that strategy, right? He deliberately forced Cole Freilich off line by going for a dive bomb into turn 3, and that forced Freilich out of line, costing him time when Spencer Ray was never going for an attack. He was headed to pit road. That's mind games right there.
What a fake out. Yeah, what a fake out. That was a massive fake out there.
And critically, that could cost Cole Freilich the spot when they come back around.
He's going to pit now, but it might be too little too late.
Cole Freilich comes down pit road. Bear Morton, by the way, had come down as well, along with Spencer Ray. Conor LaFrance in behind Freilich. James Silvers inherits the lead of the race. Williams and Grenier pick up 2nd and 3rd, as we are past the halfway point now, over 71 laps in and 71 laps to go. Now the big question is going to be, where is Spencer Ray? Right now, Ray, there he is on the front straightaway trying to beat Cole Freilich out of pit road, and well, Freilich's there. There goes Ray around the outside, and Ray's got him. Oh, that's not going to be. That's not going to make Cole happy, is it?
No, the timing on that could not have been worse for him. I mean, it could have been worse, but it's definitely something that's got to be sticking in his craw right now. That he's got to climb up this mountain that he was hoping to just completely avoid.
Sean Kaiser and Hunter Thrower both down pit road, still waiting on everybody inside the top 6 to come down pit road. Battle for second right now, which is going to filter backwards through the field as teammates Albert Williams and Matt Grenier starting to get a little bit dicey with one another.
They're very close right now, up there at the front. Ooh, here we go. McColgan.
And that is Sean Bounty actually picking off 2 different cars there. Right, keep in mind, McColgan and Quinton Seed are both racing each other, but they have not yet come down pit road. Sean Bounty, Ryan Dingler are also battling for position. They both have come down pit road, but critically, Bounty came down almost 16 laps earlier than Ryan Dingler. Dingler's going to take that one to the inside, and this is going to be no contest in that fight with 15 lap fresh tires.
Yeah, really, he just walked past. He walked past them like they were standing still. It was an absolute zero contest. Oh! Behind him, McColgan briefly gets very loose, but he manages to hold on to the car. Doesn't lose any speed. Probably a little freaked out, but McColgan just losing his step a little bit.
James Silvers makes a later entry into pit road, and I think guys like Ray, Peterson, Williams, and Grenier also have not yet come down pit road. They are at the moment hoping that a yellow flag comes out so they can try to pick up some track position and critically have the fresher tires in the field, right? So they are very much gambling on a big overcut strategy, but so far that strategy is not going their way.
No. We're, you know what, you mentioned the last time that they were here, they had like, what, 6 cautions and 100 laps. We've had, I think, 1 in 77 and maybe 2. I think only 1.
Pretty much, yeah, only 1 yellow flag so far. That was all the way back on lap 3 of the race, and arguably it was an incident that probably didn't even need to be a yellow flag. It was a single car spin off of turn 2 at the very back of the field, but iRacing deemed it so. Robert Peterson gets back out onto the racetrack. Clinton Sneed under fire here from Spencer Ray. Sneed has also not yet come down pit road. He is still out there after taking fuel only back on lap 4. Cole Fraley gets around the inside of him as well. Now, Spencer Ray's got to play good defense here because remember, while Ray's good on long run pace and so is Ryan Dingler, Fraley has got these guys matched on short run pace.
Absolutely. As back just a step or 2 behind, we just saw Clinton Sneed have to dodge the Exxon car. Who is that driving the Exxon car there? Clinton Sneed just had to make a big dodge there to avoid a checkup.
Well, right now, this fight can keep on going, and Ryan Dingler, oh, hold on, behind Austin McColgan, finally losing, and he's hard into the inside wall, spins back up towards the outside wall, and he dings off of it as well. No caution flag. We will stay green, but a big moment coming off of turn number 2. Almost sees the yellow flag on. Matt Grenier comes down pit road. This is on board with the 51.
This is the same spot for him every time.
Woo! Well, he nearly took out Jacob Noyes there as well. He just barely grazed the inside wall, and the rebounds off the outside wall as well.
Yeah. Wow, that was almost a right hook.
He's attacking that corner exit way too aggressively. That's all that is there for him as Grenier comes down to pit road with some of the freshest tires now in the field. We'll see if he can capitalize on that pace. Justin Ray, the lone driver at the head of the field that is yet to come down.
Go with the 38. Now, I haven't been able to take my eyes off McColgan. He just got passed by Morton and Silvers. Or not Silvers, excuse me.
Anderson.
He just got passed by Anderson there.
And while that's all going on, Spencer Ray in a battle with Tyler Hurlbut for the second place spot, or what will be the second place spot. Hurlbut's able to fight that one off as he remains in third. Cole Fraley trying to look to the inside to secure the final podium position here this afternoon. Justin Ray finally comes down pit road. That officially makes this fight here side by side the fight for third as they make contact. And the caution comes out right as Justin Ray hits pit road, and it's for the 51. That is what gambling on an 82 lap bowl tire is going to do. Honestly, I'm shocked he didn't come down the first time he lost control, right? That right there, that should have been the warning sign of, hey, your tires are done. Just come to pit road. You're gaining nothing by staying out there all that time, and now he's forced a yellow flag.
Yeah, there's a certain threshold where you realize you don't got this. Or you're not going to be able to outdrive the equipment's current condition.
A long time ago.
Yeah, that's true. But this is NASCAR. This is stock car racing. This is the kind of thing where these drivers feel their machines out, and they think, you know what? I know that I might not get the machine's telling me I've one thing, but my heart's telling me something else. I'm just going to keep driving. And we see that works sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't.
Man, he really fishtailed that car around to bring that yellow flag out, didn't he?
Yeah, left and right, left and right.
And same problem as before. He's trying to throttle out of it. I don't know why you're trying to just throttle up and push through it. It's not going to work. I mean, we've seen that time and time today. You can't throttle through a loose moment like that.
No. As here comes the entire top of the field.
And the whole field going to come down pit road. Ryan Dingler leads the way in. 20 out of 23 starters remain on the lead lap. 22 still on the racetrack in general. And I would imagine 4 tires and fuel is going to be the call for pretty much everyone. And Albert Williams, Hunter Thrower, and Matt Grenier all staying out on the racetrack. So with all of that said and done, caution flag is out for the second time tonight. We'll take a break and be back in a moment with more on Green Flag TV. Stay with us. Welcome back to Green Flag TV. Seconds away from return to the Green Flag Racing here this afternoon for the OMSRL Gold Series presented by Sim Racer Hub. My name is Ole Renfro alongside Joe LaCastro. We're bringing you all of racing action here from start to finish here on this fantastic Tuesday night. 3 cars all stay out here this afternoon as we prep for the restart here, Joe. Williams on 7-lap bowl tires, Thrower on 13, Grenier on 6. Everyone else from 3rd to 18th is in for fresh Goodyears, except for Hurlbut and LaFrance. They only took 2. Wild restart coming up.
Now, with everybody on tires that are so fresh, it'll be interesting to see how things play out. Well, let's see here.
Green flag coming on out this time by as Austin McCullough is struggling to catch the field. Same story for other drivers deeper in the pack. Dylan Wilbers with the black flag. As a result of that, green flag is out. Grenier gets absolutely mugged right out of the hitch as they are 2 by 3 wide all the way back to the pack as they hit the back straightaway.
It's wild. It's Ray, Boundy, and Dingler right now 3 wide. Very briefly. Insane movement right now. They're about to go 4 wide. Oh, briefly, almost 4 wide. Dingler loses control. Dingler slides in front of Silver there. Silver's blinks out.
And
it's a madhouse right now.
And for the lead, Cole Fraley diving to the inside and caught LaFrance. More contact as Fraley bodies LaFrance's championship rival out of the way out of turn numbers 1 and 2. Cole Fraley running away with this one as LaFrance at risk of losing several spots. He's got Tyler Hurlbut to his inside. Dylan Wilbur still pleading his case with that black flag. Could be about to get disqualified if he doesn't come down and serve it effectively this time by. And it has just been cleared. 3 wide, looking for 4 once again. We are 4 wide through turns 1 and 2 at the Magic Mile.
Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, look out, Dingler. Dingler is right there right now, having to dodge Albert Williams.
Boy, it is complete pandemonium on the restart here as they go 3 wide still. Spencer Ray all the way up on the outside. Hunter Thrower caught in the mix. Sean Bounty back here as well as Albert Williams trying to fend off Aaron Morton. And man, what a fight we're having as Ryan Dingler striking up, and he's going to tag the back end of Hunter Thrower.
He tagged Thrower, and that made him fall back a little bit. Almost made him check up into Williams. Now Dingler down to the inside of Thrower. Can he make the pass? Looks like he's going to take the 16 ahead. The 83, ooh, keeps off of the tail of the 16. 16 now side by side with Sean Bounty. No, excuse me. 16 now side by side with Thrower.
Trouble front straightaway, a big hit to the inside wall for Dylan Wilbers, and Cody Anderson collected as well. Not the first time these two drivers have come together, but that is going to be history for the quad block number 21.
Yeah, not pretty.
Was already having an off night, and eventually it just finally broke. And we'll take a look at what happened to bring out our 3rd caution flag of the night.
Here we go. Anderson on the inside there in the 20. Wilbers. He's had some stability issues. He actually put Anderson into the wall earlier.
Repaying the favor, potentially.
Could be a little bit of a receipt. Yeah. Whatever it was, it popped the engine on 21 on the 21. He's got the meatball.
All I'm going to say is I didn't see a whole lot of an effort there from Cody Anderson to avoid that contact.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything done to avoid it. That's true. You can see that he was just driving the line, and he drove really kind of right up into the 21 just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Anderson did a pretty good job to keep it off the outside wall.
Yeah.
Let's ride on board with Cody Anderson here.
All right.
He didn't turn right, but he didn't exactly turn left either. And, well, some news coming on down here. Take a look. I'll direct all of your attention to the top of the screen. Cody Anderson, done for the night.
Whoa!
Seems we are not the only ones that thought that there is some a story behind that caution.
See ya. Wow.
Yikes.
You don't see that a lot. Yeah, that's a collar puller.
Yeah.
That's a... You don't see that a lot.
Cody Anderson, of course, running with the Cornerstone Motorsports crew. And we kind of talked about this before, right? Cornerstone Motorsports, they have not been making a lot of friends this season. David Farmer's made some enemies this season. James Silvers has made some enemies. There's been a good number of drivers that I'm sure have a bone to pick with them. I know there was a lot of discussion a few weeks ago with Alex Penn subbing in for Cody Anderson.
Yep.
I think at the Auto Club Speedway, I want to say. No, It wasn't Auto Club. Darlington Raceway is where we had the sub in. Spicy. You don't often see that here this afternoon. Cody Anderson has argued his case in OMSRL's own server. He is saying his wheel was, to quote, my wheel was turned left and he came off the wall, but whatever. So Anderson obviously believes, or at least is claiming, that he is not at fault. Green flag back in the air as racing action resumes. 4 to 8 laps to go. Tyler
Hurlbut
Hurlbut
at the front.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. I was saying, y'all here at the front, Tyler Hurlbut and Cole Frelick and Connor LaFrance leading things here with Hurlbut right there in back with Spencer Ray side by side. But we're seeing a bit of a repeat of Talladega here with Frelick and LaFrance out in front.
Oh, Ryan Dingler strikes the wall as Sean Bounty going to almost risk turn to 16 to the front straightaway as a result. Still two by as your championship rivals remain 1-2 on the racetrack, and few cars hitting the outside wall that time by, and we have them scramble to the back straight. I think Albert Williams caught the wall as well, and that caused a massive stack up back here.
Yeah, that stack up is going to keep everybody back there. Sean Kaiser, Justin Ray is going to keep them just a little bit slower than the pack ahead. Pack ahead led by Frelick LaFrance.
Looking for 3 wide, deeper in the field as Stephen Purcell. Oh, Justin Ray loose, Ray's loose, and he's around. Justin Ray spins around, caution comes out as he is slammed into the inside wall and he has popped the motor, and just like that, caution number 4 on the day.
Now it's starting to stack up a little bit. I think folks are driving a little harder as we get closer to the end of the race, and they want to get those positions up, but you know, it's one of those charts where as you want to get more position, your car's condition is going to go down. So even though your tires are in great condition, this is going to be not just the car, but the driver has been feeling the attrition over the course of this race. Look at that! Wow, what a slam!
You saw the height that car got as well as he hopped up and into the air. A violent crash for Justin Ray on the back straightaway. He tried to catch it too. You could tell it just the car wasn't going to cooperate with him, and did a good job to at least lock it down so Maxwell Kroll could get through clean up on the high side. Well, I feel like we've gotten Cody Anderson's perspective on the matter. I want to see if we can get the perspective as well from Dylan Wilbers on the matter as well. So let's bring the number 21 up here into the broadcast booth. Dylan, this is Dylan Rampino in the broadcast booth. Obviously not the day you were hoping to have this afternoon. You've been caught up in an incident with Cody Anderson a couple times, and as a result, he now finds himself watching this race from the sidelines. He's given his take on it. What do you think your perspective is on it?
I don't know. I mean, it was just a racing deal, me putting him in the wall. My car was terrible at that point. He was racing me extremely hard. I lost 5 or 6 spots. He kept door checking me out every time I get side by side with him, and then I just got tight coming out of 2, put him in the wall. Originally, I thought he probably turned me coming out of 4 there. Felt like he did, but I haven't really seen a replay of it. So.
Well, with all of that said and done, with the two of you having, again, come together a few times, is this history that might proceed into the last race of the season, or with Cody Anderson being disqualified for the incident, do you think it's a done deal? You'll just move on to next weekend and put it behind you?
Yeah, no, I don't race like that. It's water under the bridge as far as I'm concerned.
All right, well, you're still in this one. Quick repair expended, yes, but hey, you're still in the lead lap. Wish you the best of luck here with 42 to go.
Yep, thank you.
Dylan Wilbers for the NWMF Motorsports crew will restart his race 17. Still on the lead lap, all things considered. Impressive considering he did pop the motor with that big incident. But obviously, Joe, both drivers looking at it differently.
Yeah, trying to see that from 2 different perspectives. And I can kind of see it from, I can see it from both kind of. I'm glad that there's not going to be any lasting beef from Wilbur's side here at all. Now I guess we'll remain to be seen. How does Cody Anderson feel next week?
Into the Aqua Park restart zone. Cole Frelick once again getting a great launch as the green flag is back in the air. Connor LaFrance clear to the inside if he wanted to take that one to the bottom lane. He's going to take an arcing line instead. As Cole Frelick overshoots turn 1, Connor LaFrance trying to get the over-under out of turn 2 this time by, and he's got the nose in there down the back straightaway, but Frelick pulls clear on exit.
Solid 1 and 2 for the crew. Now looking for 3 and 4. Here comes the France down on the inside. Ooh, very close. Just about avoids clipping Freilich by a few inches there. The two of them once again lined up as we go across the line here. Freilich leading things across the line. And the rest of the pack has been doing pretty well so far. Kind of lining up a little bit single file here and there, but there's also still some too wide going on a little further back in the pack.
Trying to fight this one now. Justin Wilson now around in turn 2, but he's able to gather it up before yellow flag comes out, so we will remain under green flag conditions as Connor LaFrance trying to fight his way up to the back end of Cole Freilich, but I think he had his chance and he missed as Freilich opened up a gap. He's clear by about 3 car lengths now, coming down to the turn number 1. Well, they're still double file deep in the field.
Those guys back there have not yet given up the fight. You've got Williams and Rousseau. You got Snead. Ooh, there goes the number 3, Jacob Noyes, down to the inside. He keeps it straight enough, though, that yet again we're going to avoid the yellow. He doesn't even touch the wall. Jacob Noyes, though, definitely losing control of the car for a little while. Purcell makes the pass on Snead, and McColgan behind him trying to go. Purcell, though, can't quite hold on to that pass. These guys are so close right now with the side drift. Oh, too close.
Once again, another great save from Jacob Noyes. Turn 2, continuing to catch drivers out. Now Hurlbut kicks the tail it out as we cut back to live pictures. And boy, you just cannot get away from the action in that second corner, can you here? Quinton Snead now looking to the inside, trying to pick off Albert Williams. Devin Purcell to the mix. Austin McColgan trying to fire his hat into the ring as well.
Eyes right now real quick on the number 5 spot, the 5th place spot. Ryan Dingler briefly losing control here. I think he's having trouble keeping the car on the road. He's had a couple of good slides. Ooh, good slide on the back. 2 good slides in the back right now.
And one of them will bring out a yellow flag. The 5th one of the night as Justin Wilson has this time found himself going around. Yet another caution this afternoon.
Well, at least we're in the triple digits now, with less than 40 laps to go.
As you say, though, right, Joe, racking them up quickly here this afternoon is yet another yellow flag, and this one looks to be for a relatively harmless spin to the inside for the number 50 of Justin Wilson. We went all the way until lap 77 or so with only 1 caution, and well, in the last 30 laps, so we've racked up 4 of them.
Yeah, they've been coming fast and furious, if you'll pardon the pun. It's been a unique situation because they haven't been, a lot of them haven't been as a result of contact. We've had a few of those. But a lot of these wrecks are coming from self-spins. And it's the conditions that are causing the yellows here on the track. It's not necessarily the hard racing. It's guys racing hard, if that makes any sense.
A couple of cars coming down pit road as well for some stops here. Sean Boundy, Tyler Hurlbut, Jacob Noyes all into pit road as well as they make their way back out on to the racetrack. Justin Ray going to get the lucky dog free pass. We'll take another step back. Be back with more in a moment here on Green Flag TV. Stay with us.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Green Flag TV as restart kicking off once again here from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Ready to do battle once more as Cole Fralick leads the way into the restart zone. And the green flag back in the air here, Joe, as once again he hightails it down into turn 1. This time taking the outside of the restart so he doesn't sweep up so heavily from the bottom. Learn from his mistakes, and Carl LaFrance cannot capitalize into turn 1.
You know, that's been the name of the game for him here during these restarts is Conor LaFrance can't capitalize. He's tried to make it happen a couple of times, the 88 here, but unfortunately, yet again, he finds himself just back a little bit from Cole Fralick.
Just a little bit, but he's still within striking distance, so this very much a race that could still kick off here in the closing laps if some more trauma happens further down the order, which, I mean, it's kicking off back here as well. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Tyler Hurlbut on some fresh Goodyears to the inside of Purcell and Clinton Steen. Now takes off against Albert Williams. Also the call to Sean Kaiser, also just up the road from the number 87 as drivers continue to wrestle with the magic mile.
Just 32 to go here in tonight's race. We've made good, even with the yellows, we've made some pretty good pace here tonight. Oh, the 3's around.
Again.
We don't have a, oh, there it is.
That's what, the 3rd or 4th time that 3 car's gone around in turn 2?
Yeah, it's at some point you just think drive slower. I don't know what to say.
Well, only so much you can do about it, I guess. This is on board the Jacob Noyes, what he saw. Same deal, just lost the back end. That's all it was.
Yeah, just butter into those tires. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but he finds it. He finds the banana peel every time.
Let's see if we can't get a chit chat in here with the 100% racing driver. Now find himself back in 19th. Jacob Nolan Rempel up here in the broadcast booth. It's been a rough night out there in the last 40 laps or so. Turn 2 has been a trouble spot all night long. Yourself included, obviously. What is about turn 2 that's been such an issue for drivers tonight?
It's just kind of slick off the corners, especially on the freshest tires. So, you know, it just trying to keep the back end underneath you.
Overall, it's been a little bit of an intense past 40 laps. We went green for so long, and ever since then we've had a rash of cautions. We've had a disqualification, which is unusual for an OMSRL race. From an administrative standpoint, do you have any thoughts on this so far, if we're going to get an improvement before the end of the race?
So about the DQ, it's just a matter of we had some suspicions of retaliation there. We actually had somebody check the broadcast as you were going through the replays, and one of the admins made the call that it looked intentional, and we have a DQ rule there. We're gonna review it, so if it turns out it wasn't intentional, we'll still be issuing some points, but otherwise it's just a race DQ.
Well, overall, 30 laps to go, under 30 laps to go here. We've had, what, 5-6 cautions down the last 40 laps. Do we get a green flag run in between now and the end?
I can tell you I'm hoping for one, but we'll see what we get. Hopefully we all keep it nice and squared up.
All right, well, we'll wish you the best of luck when we go racing once again. Good luck out there in the restart, and keep the tires not shredded.
Thank you, sir.
Jacob Noyes will restart 16th, unless anybody else comes down pit road in the last few seconds here. Interested to get race control's thoughts on that. I didn't think we were going to get much on the DQ from the administration, but it's always unique to, get an insider's look on how the officiating side goes down, especially when the drivers are usually behind the car.
Yeah, you don't really get the both perspectives here, and being able to hear, the breakdown. Hey, we reviewed it, we looked at it, we got a DQ rule, hearing all that breakdown was really, really nice. Getting a chance to see that, and so who knows? Fingers crossed. If you're Cody Anderson, it's going to get reviewed. You might get some points back, but if not, that's just going to be a DQ, bud.
Cole Fralick once again picking the outside lane. It worked a heck of a lot better last time than the inside has, so why not try it again? Conor LaFrance will be on his inside as as they will make their way into the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air.
It's a good launch, but Freilich is not as dominant on this launch as he has been. Conor LaFrance very close now, out of 1 and 2 into the back stretch. Dingler, though, behind, getting a little loose.
Oh, no!
Dingler's into the 4!
James Silver's cleaned out into turn number 3, and around he goes. The second Cornerstone Motorsports driver of the day is wiped out into turn number 3. Silver's going to retake the spot, and we didn't even make it a lap that time.
That was, I can't tell if that was netcode or not, but that was very, very close between Dylan and Silvers there. Between Dylan Wilbers and James Silvers. Let's take a look and see if we can tell if that was netcode or not. You tell me. The way that he snapped, it kind of made me think it was.
I think it was, but I feel like it was so slight they were probably going to hit each other anyway. Take a look here as, yeah, I mean, they were going to hit regardless if there was netcode or not there with how close that was. And slides up the racetrack. Dingler gives him another tag to finish the job. Look at Spencer Ray just slipped through there.
Yeah, wow, these guys are lucky it was just the two of them on the outside.
No kidding, extremely lucky as we look at this one at speed, and that's all she wrote. We'll ride on board with Ryan Dingler here, and then with Spencer Ray to look at the wild save that he had slipping through all of this. This is on board with Dingler. Yeah, he got into him. I think that's pretty safe to say. And then Spencer Ray out of the windshield slips through to pick up 4th.
That's on with Ray. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Perfect.
Green flag set to come out once again.
Lights are off on the pace car here. 25 to go at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. What do you think? I think that with Freilich here on the outside, and it's going to be another situation where he's going to have a good launch, but it's been, now that we had that last launch where LaFrance may have figured out what the game is, it could be close again. Do you think it's going to be close? Do you think Freilich's going to walk away with it?
I think he's got to change up when he goes in the restart zone, right? Because if he can go into the same spot, sooner or later, the guys behind you are going to catch on. And Conor LaFrance is a very fast adapter. So I think if he goes, because he's been going relatively around the middle, if he waits a little bit longer, you might be able to get the drop on him this time by. Green flag back in the air, and he clears into turn 1.
All right. Pretty good drop, but still, LaFrance is right there. Behind him. Ooh, Hurlbut's a little bit sideways behind him. He manages to stay straight, though.
So far, so good for the field. Spencer Ray way up the racetrack in turn 3. Diamonds it back down to avoid the 3-wide situation into 4, and we got more going around. It's a multi-car parking lot now in turn 4. Ay, ay, ay. What happened? I mean, we had such a good race going.
I don't know. I'm trying to put that together myself, man. It just feels like something, some switch got flipped once we started getting cautions for, and then once we started seeing one, everyone was like, well, now that it's socially acceptable to get a caution, I'll get a caution too.
Man, talk about a bottleneck. I mean, 100th Road just got hit from behind into Robert Peterson. Spun him around. Looked like Purcell may have gotten to the 83 there to kick that one off.
Yeah.
James Silver's lunged to the inside, but yeah, Purcell just throttled up and shoved the 83 into the 97. Thrower did nothing wrong there.
No, yeah, he drove right into the back of him. That's what it looks like. How ridiculous. That just looks like he did just drive direct. Purcell just drove directly into the back of him, yeah.
On board with Purcell. That lends a bit of a different view, though, doesn't it? On board with Purcell.
It does.
I wonder if Robert Peterson got a little bit loose, started to check up in the thrower, then Purcell shoved her into Peterson. I mean, end of the day, it's a racing deal, right? I mean, that's just, you know, stuff happens at a racetrack like this. Right on board with Justin Ray, the number 38. This is what he saw as he slips right through the inside.
Ooh. Oh, nice braking there.
Slips right on through.
Slick.
Cautions out. I think we're on 8 now, all of a sudden, after going over half the race with just 1.
Yeah, I think we're on 8, something like that, 7 or 8.
It'll be 20 laps to go when the green flag comes back out. Honestly, Cole Freilich is hoping if there's more cautions because he's able to get a good launch at every restart. So if he can keep that rhythm up, nothing to stop him just getting a walk-off win.
He's got the formula. Yeah, and if he can just keep generating lap leads off restarts, as he has been, he doesn't have much to worry about here. All he's got to worry about is getting hooked by LaFrance.
Coming around into the Echo Park restart zone. Green flag back in the air. 20 laps to go as Cole Freilich once again jumps clear into turn number 1. Connor LaFrance washing up, clears. Spencer Ray, Ryan Dingler gets to the inside of the Busch Light Apple, number 6. To the back straightaway, still 2 by 2 wide as they come on down looking for 3, a bit deeper in the pack. Although it looks like this time he might get through unscathed.
Not if you're Dingler. Bouncing off the wall there pretty hard.
Still able to keep it going straight as Tyler Hurlbut takes advantage of that to the inside of Dingler as Ray clears for the number 3 spot. And look out hard into the inside wall for Jacob Noyes, and he's going to get hit again by Matt Grenier as cars go scattered on the back straightaway. Caution comes out for the 9th time today.
Wow, we saw someone's bonnet go spiraling across the track there on that shot.
A multi-car crash on the back straightaway for this one. Looking like Wilson got a little bit loose, and man, Clinton Sneed went for a ride. That's what shot Grenier across the racetrack, who absolutely clotheslines Jacob Noyes. Stefan Purcell just barely avoids that, and I think that's Grenier's hood that goes bouncing along the back straightaway.
Man, oh man.
So Justin Wilson just up the road here. He's going to get a little bit loose, and that's what triggers this. And it is on.
Yeah, wow.
Robert Peterson got some damage in that. Quite a few cars, in fact, picking up some damage as a result of that incident. From the drone. An ugly side of the back straightaway, and talk about Stefan Purcell doing a good job to get around that disaster on the inside of the racetrack, right on board with him.
we go. There's one to do here. Wow.
Whew. Caution is out once again. We are approaching double digits as Cole Freilich continues to lead the way, just ticking off lap after lap. After today, we swing to the Kansas Speedway for 100 laps. 150 miles. It'll be another 100-lap run, but 50 miles longer as we swing out west to Fontana, California. The Auto Club Speedway plays host to Championship Night on November the 4th.
Lights are off. The Magic Mile's about to light up yet again here.
15 laps to go. And sooner or later, we're going to either run out of laps to have cautions on or cars to wreck. It'll be one of the two. Hopefully laps before that.
Yeah, the wrecking's been happening, but we've got enough diversity in who's wrecking that the fast repairs have been coming out fast and furious. So we've got most of the field still racing here.
You'll love to see it. Shows that the racing is being competitive and the attrition hasn't been too bad. Coming back into the Aquapark restart zone. Green flag back in the air, and we once again hop to it. Cars already fanning out 2 by 3 wide. Down to the turn numbers 1 and 2, deeper in the pack as Cole Freilich leads them all to the back straightaway. Can we get through clean this time? Clinton Steed's trying to lose in the background. They're able to gather it up. Fanning out, Bear Morton with a send to the inside of 3 wide, trying to pick up 4 spots in 1 corner. And how about that? Morton is through 4 spots, 1 turn for the number 9.
Impressive run. What a powerful, I was going to say, but wholly unnecessary move, but we've only got 14 to go, so maybe it wasn't wholly unnecessary.
I mean, hey, if you're going to get cautions every 4 laps or so, right, you got to make up ground wherever you can on these restarts, and I feel like that's kind of what's attributing to a lot of these yellow flags coming out, right? It's all the drivers that are just getting all sorts of scrambly on the straightaways here because everyone thinks, well, the caution's coming out soon. I need to go, and that leads to the next yellow flag.
Exactly.
Well, the longest green flag run and about the longest 15 laps here of a lap and a half is currently underway as Dylan Wilbers looks to the outside of Stefan Purcell trying to fend off the 57 car down to the turn number 3. Not going to be able to do it though. Stefan Purcell should be able to pick off the 21 of Wilbers here. There he goes. Towards the front. Spencer Ray under fire. Hold on. Austin McColgan is having a moment on the front straightaway.
He's had a moment earlier in this race too. Let's see if he holds on to it. Does he?
For now.
Fingers crossed he can make it to the end of make it the checkered flag.
11 laps to go. Coming on up here in just a little while. Once again, Dylan Wilbers under fire here from Hunter Thrower. Those old tires right now doing Wilbers no favors as he tries to sort out yet another fight. While Bear Morton also attacking Albert Williams further up the road. And now Tyler Hurlbut on offense here on Ryan Zingler.
These guys fighting for third. Hurlbut up 2 from where he started in 5th. He's been fighting it out all night. He's had some great speed tonight in general. And right now he is in 3rd and holding on to it.
And he's not the only fight that's picking up as well. Connor LaFrance piling on the pressure to the back of Cole Freilich, causing him to drift wide in every single corner. East Stars Motorsports number 88 tracking up to within a quarter of a second. That time by the back straightaway as we'll have 9 laps to go at the line.
Finally down to those single digits, 9 to go. And Freilich's got to be thinking at this point, you know, Defense, 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 defense. So is he going to come down? Is he going to block? Just a little bit.
Oh, look out! Hold on, multiple cars around and into the outside wall. Turn 2. McColgan is around. Silvers is around. Looking like potentially multiple incidents in the span of one corner. And, well, Freilich survives one more lap. Let's take a look back. This is Austin McColgan. James Silvers right up there. You see Silvers. He's going to get dinged by Sean Kaiser entering turn numbers 1 and 2. And we'll zoom this all the way out so you can get an angle on both incidents at once. There goes Silvers getting hooked around. So McColgan lost it by himself. And Silvers, a completely isolated incident as he tangled up with Sean Kaiser. And they both went into the outside wall in turn 2.
Two separate things happening, it looked like.
Yeah, McColgan having a moment of his own, and then Silvers having some help to send him around. Kind of got on him, never really got off of him, did he?
Yeah, it looks very similar to the last caution that we had. It was just a little bit of a tap, followed by that T-bone spin.
Right on board with Sean Kaiser. Kind of at his nose, chopped a bit there. Bit of a gas. And never lifted, just pretty much powered right through him, spinning them up into the outside wall. Yellow flag out once again as we are getting set for the 1 to go signal, this time by 6 to go at the line. That's not good news for Conor LaFrance, right? He was finally starting to make some progress, but Cole Freilich, if he could get that gap out again, it might be too much for LaFrance to run him down in just 6 laps.
Lights are off on his car. I think we can do this without going to the green-white checkered. We'll see.
You have a bit more faith than I do as of right now. The start gets waved off. No start. They're going to wave it off. The iRacing pace car is somewhere still in pit road. The lights did go on, though, when it was already in pit road, so they waved it off. Probably had some lineup issues to fix at the tail of the field, so it'll actually be a 5 to go sprint, and that's even worse for Conor LaFrance. Well, Joe, you better hope they go green here, because now another yellow flag forces overtime.
Yeah, I'm not going to go fingers crossed. It's the best I got. I don't have any evidence for why we wouldn't, why we would stay green. But I'm just going to try to be the eternal optimist here. I'm going to try to say that we're going to go green.
Coming around. Turn numbers 3 and 4 to the Echo Park restart zone. Field bunches up. Green flag. Great launch again from Freilich. He's clear already by the time they hit the start-finish line, and well clear into turn 1.
This time, instead of just LaFrance, it's Ryan Dingler also who's putting in a major challenge to Cole Freilich there. He almost made the pass for second place, but LaFrance said, no way. This is a battle between me and Freilich. I'm going to be up there in front. And so if you want to get past him, you're going to have to get past me first.
3 wide, deeper in the field here. Sean Kaiser, Albert Williams, and Justin Ray. Williams going to clear the 2 of them from the outside line. A good move for him as Justin Ray taking it down low. Hunter thrower backing up the field a little bit here as well. As Hurlbut loose out of turn 2. So is Sean Kaiser. We all gathered up. We're still green. No, LaFrance gets taken out. LaFrance into the outside wall. And it's disaster for the championship contender. Did Ryan Dingler just take out title contender Conor LaFrance?
Man, I don't think so. We'll have to see, but I think that it might have been more of a self-involved thing.
I have to disagree with you on that one. Yeah. Went in there.
He hits him.
He went in there a little bit too hot and locked it up, and that's all she wrote. But LaFrance up at the outside wall. This is our first of 3 overtime attempts.
Yeah, just from the first angle I saw, I didn't see that connection. But yeah, that was a clear situation.
Yeah.
He clearly tapped him. Clearly spun him.
No intent there, right? You saw it as well as I did from the tower camera. Just locked up the left front, going into the corner and centering too hot. Overtime attempt number 1.
Yeah, no intent there, and just a crappy situation there for Conor LaFrance.
Went from front to the back, all the way to the front. To the back again. Does Ryan Dingler have an answer for Cole Fraley? We'll find out when we return on Green Flag TV in a moment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Live once again here from the Magic Mile as we are into overtime here at the Hampshire Motor Speedway. Attempt number 1 of 3 coming at you. Cole Fraley with the lead. Ryan Dingler trying to see if he's got an effort after he wiped out title contender Conor LaFrance to force overtime. Green flag coming out this time by 2 laps to go.
Green flag is out. Oh, it's 3 wide for second place because Dingler is falling back just a little bit right now. Hurlbutt there next to him.
A horrible launch from Dingler as Tyler Hurlbutt trying to get the power on against the Simmers at home, number 16. Cole Fraley walking out a 3/10 of a second gap. He needs a caution now, Dingler does, if he wants to challenge him on the final lap, but he's not going to get it. White flag, 1 to go.
Finally made it, folks. Here we are. Dingler on the outside, challenging Hurlbutt. Still, who's going to walk away with second? Ooh, they're into each other a little bit there, but not enough to spin. Let's see how it happens on the back stretch.
Coming down to the back straightaway, it's all the fight for second. No one is set to catch Cole Fraley, who was walking away into turn numbers 3 and 4. And just like that, checker flag is in the air. Cole Fraley wins another one here this afternoon for the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And they crash to the start-finish line.
Cole slams there in the back. Not bad, not bad. And that'll be Ryan Dingler in second, and Tyler Hurlbutt making his way up in third after really trying to race Dingler super hard there at the end.
Cole Fraley now tying with Holden McGill for the 3rd most wins in league history at 11. The 2 drivers ahead are Matt Rucci at 18 and Spencer Ray at 23. Win number 11 for Cole Fraley, and he is going to burn it down on the front straightaway. His first win since the 2nd of September at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
well-deserved donut.
Held off the field, did everything he needed to win the race here this afternoon, and what a ride it was. The points lead extends, and Joe, if the championship is lost, we can point right here to the exact lap on when Conor LaFrance lost that title, and the driver that may very well be deemed responsible. Let's take a rundown of official post results here this afternoon from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, as it is Cole Fraley bringing it home number 1 this afternoon ahead of Ryan Dingler. Tyler Hurlbut comes home 3rd. Bear Morton back in 4th. Spencer Ray finishes in 5th with Bounty in 6th. Justin Ray 7th. Williams, Thor Purcell 6th through 10th.
Moving along into 11th place, it's Conor LaFrance, who was previously battling him out for 1st, slides down to 11th to finish the race. Then Dylan Wilbers in 12th with his unfortunately unsteady 21 car. Moving along, it's Matt Grenier in 13th, 14th, Austin McColgan. Then Jacob Noyes, James Silvers, Robert Peterson, Maxwell Kroll, Clinton Sneed, and in 20th, Justin Wilson.
Sean Kaiser brings it up 21st place. Brett Rucker, one of only 2 cars that failed to finish this race at 22nd. And Cody Anderson will be down at the tail of this one after being disqualified for allegedly intentionally wrecking Dylan Wilbers on the front straightaway. Let's get a chance to get a chit-chat in with all the drivers that finish 1, 2, and 3. Cole Fraley currently unavailable, just temporarily, so we'll look to, well, we were going to look to start from the bottom. Tyler Hurlbut also unavailable, so instead we'll move on down to Ryan Dingler. And Joe, I'll let you catch up with our number 2 finisher here this afternoon.
Sure thing. Ryan Dingler, can you hear us up here in the booth all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, my friend. 2nd place finish on the night for you. You were challenging it out. It seemed like every time I looked at you tonight, you had some new challenge facing the car. There was a lot of wind going on the track. It was a hot track. What was the biggest challenge for you? What was your personal Mount Everest tonight?
I mean, I was good on the long run. I was really bad on the short run. So I think I was really loose on the short run. And I'd get into the corner. I wrecked 2 guys on accident. I would lock up and I'd get into their quarter. So that sucks. I got 2nd, but I took out, 2 good drivers.
Yeah, getting into the back of Conor LaFrance, we saw that lockup, and we didn't, it looked like something that was just one of those racing incidents there. And then, unfortunately, I put LaFrance down in 11th place. You managed to come through 2nd. Bit of a bittersweet finish, I know, but going into the end of the season here, it's not exactly the position you want to be having, given LaFrance that accidental pump. Obviously now he's in a tight spot and probably won't be able to make up a lot of points. Your standings though, where were you standing? Are you standing on the championship right now?
I'm not sure where I was, but I'm in 3rd where I was, and I think I was just under 100 points. But
Gotcha.
I'm not racing for the championship. I'm gonna lose more than I gain tonight anyway because I'll get probably 15 points penalties.
Oh, the penalty points. Yeah, well, it does feel like a bit of a bittersweet finish for you, my friend. You got the silver medal, but you're walking away with some pretty decent penalty points. And so hopefully when we go into next week, we'll be able to shake some of that off, and you'll be able to come in with an even better placement, get that 1st place finish, and hopefully a nice clean race. But you did your best. We could tell it was just one of those racing incident things, man. So hopefully we can shake that off. Anyone you want to shout out to though? While I got you here, anyone you want to thank for the run?
Just you guys for putting on a really good broadcast. We really like going back and rewatching those, and just everyone that puts all this stuff together. Everyone does they work hard and do a really good job, and I just appreciate everyone what they do.
Well, thank you, my friend. We appreciate what you do as well, coming out and driving for us, and we will catch you very soon, we hope.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was Ryan Dingler, folks. 2nd place finish tonight. I'm going to pass it on back to you, Nolan.
Cole Fraley comes home number one here this afternoon, and a very wild ride from you here today, Cole. You had to really work for that one, but you're able to walk it off. What did you think when you saw Conor LaFrance facing the wrong direction in your mirror there with sending us into overtime?
Well, I just let out my I let out my best DW. Whoa! Because I just saw him go around. Because like I was staring at the little 88, and then I looked up entering 3 just to figure out where those guys were, and suddenly I saw the big 80, and I'm like, oh, that ain't good. But yeah, this area I'm in is kind of weird. I don't know. There's a lot of checkers and banners and trophies, and it's really weird. I haven't been here in a while.
Well, it's only been a couple months or so, but you are closing in on the all-time win record. You still got a ways to go before you get to Spencer Ray, but you're now tied with Holden McGill for the 3rd most amount of wins in OMSRL history, standing at 11 now after tonight. Do you reckon you can make that 12 and officially secure 3rd by the end of the season?
Well, I would like to. I don't know how Kansas is going to go. It's really weird. I've not really done any league races there. I feel like that's a very popular track, but I haven't really done much racing there, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm just going to treat it like a normal 1.5 mile, just ride it out, see how we get along. Tonight surely helped any worries I had, so that was good. But yeah, I'm happy to get a New Hampshire win. I heard Noise was paying for a lobster dinner for the winner, so I get to go bully him into that.
Coming off of crashing out of the Talladega race on the final lap with the big one just last week, and you come into today, Conor LaFrance having a bad night at the office, finishing all the way down in 11th place. Championship looking like it's getting more and more locked up. Do you think you can square it away at Kansas?
I would like to, but this season's kind of thrown everything at me, so I really don't know what'll happen around the next curve. I will say, going into this race, the past few weeks, I've kind of had like no motivation to race, and then suddenly, like 2 hours before the race tonight, I just got super fired up. I don't know if it was the playlist I was playing or what I was listening to or what I was doing. I just got this fire lit under my butt to try to go out and win tonight. Luckily, we did. So if I keep that same fire, I think we'll get it.
All right, we'll wish you the best of luck when we go racing once again next week in Kansas. Congratulations on taking home win number 11 of your OMSRL career, and we'll see you next time out here, Cole.
Appreciate it, boys, and I'm glad Midnight finally got a win. That's the new paint scheme I've been running. It's black base instead of a navy blue, but old Midnight finally got her first one.
Cole Fraley comes home number 1 here this afternoon, and Joe, that takes us to the end of racing action here this afternoon. Overall, a wild way to close out the second race of the Magic Mile. Something tells me it might be a little bit before we're back here for more, but next week it's the Kansas Speedway. 2 races to go. We are ready for more action, and who knows, we could be seeing a championship effectively all but locked out next week.
Yeah, we could see it buttoned up, and we saw the moment tonight here. It was unfortunate that Ryan Dingler was a part of that moment. You know, we heard from him. He didn't. It was nothing intentional, but that might have been the end of Conor LaFrance's attempt to catch up to Cole Fraley and put a dent in or take the crown for the championship.
Well, when we go racing next time out, it's going to be for more racing action here for the OMSRL Gold Series. That will, of course, all be coming up this coming week. But before we get to that, still more racing action yet to be had here on Green Flag TV. When we're back for more, it's going to be for the Premier Sim Racing Outlap Motorsports Truck Series. They will go racing at Martinsville Speedway alongside the Highline Diecast Collectible Speed Cup Series. Between them is the Beer League at Lime Rock Park. The Zero Toy Racing League is out at Darlington, with the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Series out for their final road course race of the season at Road Atlanta, along with the Classic IndyCar Series, who are out at Sebring for their last road course race of the season. Between them is the SRA Gen 4 Series at Richmond, and of course, Blazing Pedals back for more on Sunday night. If you want to find out more about who we are and what we can offer you, check us out today at www.greenflagtv.com. Once again, my name is Ola Ramble alongside Joe LaCastro. Thank you all so much for joining us on Green Flag TV. We'll see you all next time in Kansas.